It was an ordinary day inside a busy emergency room in Istanbul. Machines beeped. Nurses moved quickly between patients. The air smelled faintly of antiseptic and urgency. No one expected anything unusual until the doors parted, and a small shadow stepped inside. At first, no one noticed her. She was just another stray cat, thin, dusty fur, cautious steps across the hospital floor. Istanbul is full of them. The city embraces its street animals like distant relatives. People feed them, protect them, let them wander freely. But this mother cat wasn't wandering. She was on a mission. Held gently between her jaws was something tiny, limp, fragile, a kitten. The staff only realized what was happening when the cat walked directly toward the emergency triage area and stopped. She didn't run, she didn't hiss. She simply stood there, waiting. A nurse froze mid-step. A paramedic blinked twice, unsure if what he was seeing was real. The mother cat carefully lowered her baby onto the clean hospital tiles. The kitten barely moved. Its eyes were half closed, its breathing shallow. And then something extraordinary happened. The mother didn't flee. She stayed. She looked up at the humans. Not with fear, not with aggression, but with something that felt disturbingly close to trust. One of the medics slowly approached. Another crouched down. For a brief moment, time inside that emergency room seemed to pause. Patients waiting for treatment watched in silence. The medics gently examined the kitten right there on the hospital floor, checking its tiny chest, listening for breathing, looking for visible injuries. The mother cat circled them anxiously, her tail flicking, her eyes locked on every movement. If anyone moved too suddenly, she stepped closer as if to say, "Be careful." They brought a small cloth, wrapped the kitten softly. One paramedic whispered, "It's okay," though he didn't know if the animal could understand him. But the mother seemed to. She didn't interfere. She simply followed. When they lifted the kitten, she walked behind them, step by step, through a human hospital, as if she knew exactly what she was doing. Someone brought a small bowl of milk. Another left a bit of food beside her. She barely touched it. Her focus never left her baby. Social media would later explode with the photos, but in that moment, there were no cameras. Just a mother who had made a decision. Out of all the streets in Istanbul, out of all the places she could have gone, she chose a hospital, and somehow, she trusted humans enough to help. Inside the treatment room, the medics worked gently. The kitten was weak, but alive. Its tiny chest rose in shallow breaths. No visible fractures, no bleeding, just exhaustion and what appeared to be dehydration. One of the nurses fetched a small syringe filled with diluted fluids. Another wrapped the kitten in a warm cloth to stabilize its body temperature. Every movement was slow, careful, respectful. And the mother, she stayed right beside the table. She didn't panic. She didn't attack. She watched. Her eyes moved from face to face, as if memorizing every human who touched her child. When they placed the kitten down after the initial check, she immediately stepped forward and began licking its head, cleaning it, reassuring it. The room softened. Even hardened emergency staff used to trauma and chaos felt something shift inside them. Because this wasn't just about an animal. It was about instinct, trust, love without language. After stabilizing the kitten, the hospital staff contacted a nearby veterinary clinic. While waiting for transport, they brought the mother more food and fresh milk. This time, she took a few careful sips. Only after her baby stirred slightly did she relax. Photos from that moment began spreading across Turkish social media. Within hours, thousands were sharing the story. On Reddit, tens of thousands reacted with awe. People praised the medics, but many said something deeper. How did she know to come here? That question echoed everywhere. Maybe she had wandered near the hospital before. Maybe she associated humans in white coats with safety. Or maybe, when her baby stopped responding the way it should, she followed the only instinct she had left, go where help lived. By the end of the day, both mother and kitten were transferred to a veterinary clinic for further examination. And the good news came quickly. The kitten would recover. The mother never left its side. In a city known for its compassion towards stray animals, this story felt symbolic, a quiet reminder that kindness moves in both directions. Sometimes humans rescue animals, and sometimes animals choose to trust humans. In the middle of a busy emergency room, under fluorescent lights and urgent footsteps, a stray cat proved something simple and powerful. A mother's instinct doesn't recognize species, only love. And that day in Istanbul, love walked through automatic doors, carrying hope gently in its mouth.